Perfect. Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our group live training of how to get started in FreshBooks as an accounting pro. We'll just let everybody enter the webinar in now, get you comfortable, get you settled, wherever you are joining us from here today. I am based out of FreshBooks HQ in sunny Toronto. We're all based someplace in Canada here, the FreshBooks local team that are joining you. So we'll kickstart this straight away because we have a lot to show you on this webinar. So we'll get started. Again, this is the group live training here, how to get started in FreshBooks as an accounting pro. Although this specific group live training is new, we've had our FreshBooks Accounting Partner program and benefits since 2001, along with our self-study certification, which is now hosted in our learning platform, FreshBooks Academy. And that's where this will be available on demand should you want to go back and look at it. So after the next 60 minutes today, you will walk away learning these 3 learning objectives we've set up for you. You'll have the knowledge of FreshBooks' journey as a GL platform and our ideal clients. For those of you wanting to provide advisory services, we can show you how FreshBooks makes that possible. And you'll also leave with a solid understanding of the resources, the support, and the education you will receive here in FreshBooks. I'm just doing a double check here, folks, that I am recording this because it's important. Yes, I do. Great, lovely stuff. So to see how FreshBooks can help you, we do recommend these 3 housekeeping requests. Firstly, try to limit your distractions for the next 60 minutes. Secondly, if you have got questions, you can use our Q&A function at the bottom of the screen. This will help us keep track of your queries and also get them answered for you at the end of this webinar. Chat would also be kept for group discussions too. We will post some helpful links here, also for stories and fun as well. Now, the last of these housekeeping slides. For those of you that will be recording CPE credits from today's learning session or today's training, here are the details. For 1 CPE credit, you will need to complete the following tasks. Firstly, have attendance for a minimum of 50 minutes. And finally, answer all the poll questions that will be asked throughout. There will be 3 over the next 50 minutes. When you'll receive this, you'll receive your record of attendance and your CPE via your registration email within 24 hours of today's training ending as well. Okay, that's enough of the housekeeping. Who are we? It's it's now time to meet the small group of FreshBooks team, just a few members of the FreshBooks team. I'll start with myself. My name is Laura. I'm the Partner Program and Education Manager here at FreshBooks, and I've been here for the last 3.5 years. I'm a chartered accountant for nearly 9 years. I have a love of live music, and I'd like to think that I try every fish and chips that's on any menu. Unfortunately, I will never enjoy a Almond Joy or a Bounty candy bar as well. Justin or JJ, you are up next.
Thanks, Laura. My name is Justin, and I am a partner program specialist. I've been with FreshBooks for over 4 years, but I've been a part of the accounting industry for close to about 14 years. I love karaoke, and I exclusively pick the songs with the highest notes. I love taking long road trips, but unless it's snowing, and next up is Rachel.
Thanks, JJ. My name is Rachel. I'm a partner consultant for the FreshBooks Accounting Partner program. I've been with FreshBooks for almost 3 years now. In the summer, you can find me on the golf course or trying new recipes. So if you have any good ones, send them my way. Over to you, Michael.
Thanks, Rachel. Hi, everyone. My name is Michael, and I am a partner specialist and education coordinator. I've been with FreshBooks for a little over 2 months, so I'm definitely the rookie out of the lot. But with that said, I'm also a CPA. I have a strong passion for education. I actually recently taught 2 college courses for the very first time, which was a very cool experience. As for some of my likes, love soccer, love chocolate. My dislike / controversial, unpopular opinion is that bubble tea is not all that great. I know, shocking. But with that said, let's give you an overview of our time together today. So first, Rachel will talk about where FreshBooks started and where we are now. We will then go into who the ideal client and industries are for FreshBooks. and why accounting pros are choosing FreshBooks for their practice and their clients. Then it's time to get you set up in the Accountant Hub, including your client's account. From there, for the product overview, JJ and I will dive into our features, which enable you, your staff, and your clients to complete tasks inside of FreshBooks. You might be here because you are interested in adding advisory to your list of services, in which case Laura will talk through how FreshBooks provides this under its collaborative accounting framework. After we've reviewed FreshBooks product and collaborative accounting, we move to the key tasks for all clients. So we'll see what subscriptions, pricing, and resources are available to our FreshBooks partners. Finally, we leave you with next steps when talking about FreshBooks to your team or when you're adding clients. I'm going to pass it over to Rachel.
Thanks, Michael. Before we get into it, I want to acknowledge that we may have a mix of experiences using FreshBooks, or we may have never used it for clients before. Please add into the chat now if you've used FreshBooks before or if you're new to the platform. FreshBooks began in 2003 in Toronto, Canada by Mike McDermott. Mike was running a design agency, creating his invoices for clients using Word and Excel sheets. After more than a few times of accidentally overwriting invoices, he decided to seek out a better solution. So he created it, a cloud invoicing solution from his parents' basement. This was the origin of FreshBooks Classic. Over the years, with adding additional features like auto billing, estimates, and time tracking, it became a tool that service-based small business owners loved using, but not necessarily accounting professionals, as it wasn't a GL and didn't have the features that they needed. In 2016, new FreshBooks was the beginning of FreshBooks' evolution from an invoicing platform to a full GL accounting platform with even more features. It also set up the notion of the collaborative accounting workflow, which is accounting professionals and their clients working together in one accounting platform. In 2021, we received our single largest investment in FreshBooks history, which was the Accountant channel. We came in ready to make the product and program exactly what accounting professionals need and want. So with that being in just 2021, we often like to say, we truly are just getting started. For the right clients, FreshBooks is transformative. It helps them understand their business better and elevates you to be a trusted partner. But who is that right client? FreshBooks is for solopreneurs all the way to 25 employees or contractors, regardless of where they are in their life cycle, from startup to scaling and full-time. FreshBooks is easy to use right out of the gate and becomes the foundational tool for businesses as they scale. The core set of features are built into the software from day one, and when they're ready to grow even further, they're able to without needing to have a large, complex tech stack, disjointed systems, or high monthly cost. These industries can be grouped into the following: service or project-based industries, light on inventory and assets, service-based organizations that we focused on, but are definitely not limited to, creatives and digital agencies, IT software and technology, professionals and health services, and trades and contractors. I find it best to put names to the clients, so let's look at 3 examples now, their pains, and how FreshBooks solves these pain points. While folks like solopreneur Sam might start with just invoicing, she finds that the time tracking app and mobile capabilities allow her to easily track her time and flip that to invoices quickly. She can even manage different rates for the different services in her growing portfolio. Now she can get more admin work done with less. Betty the Builder came to FreshBooks with some intense spreadsheets. You know the type. She's been building the business on her own, but in order to grow, they need systems in place for them and their small team. And they need an accounting partner to help take the bookkeeping work off of their plates. Betty is focused on scaling the business and her team. Her team uses the proposals with e-signatures to look professional and win bids. And then the team uses the built-in project management capabilities to collaborate between staff and contractors, track time, and stay on top of deadlines all in one space. Billing the clients is easy. A quick check of the track time in the invoice and any rebuild expenses are sent off with just one click. Betty and her accounting partner can also quickly see if those projects she's billed are actually making the margins they thought they were with our project profitability tools. Larry has been working with a different GL software since he started his business, but after a lot of frustration with support, a rise in cost of subscription fees, and feeling undervalued as a customer, he and his accountant decided to take a different look at FreshBooks. The accountant was able to have all of the historicals moved over from another GL for Larry. He was also thrilled that he was able to add staff at just the right level of permissions and connect to the API for more automations. Unlike many other softwares, we're built to scale without adding huge costs for each feature. But the packages are also built in a way to only use what you may need, right size for the right time. FreshBooks brings together client management, automated billing, payments, and accounting tools. We're here to make your time in FreshBooks as an accounting professional easier and better, and we hope to demonstrate that over this webinar. And now we know to be true, as it is already happening with accounting professionals inside of FreshBooks, like our friend Niall. Niall is the founder and owner of First Step Accounting, where her main goal is to make accounting a little less taxing for business owners. You can see that FreshBooks simplifies the year-end process for accounting pros, and she mentioned some features such as receipt capture, mileage logs, and bank connections that make it easy to collaborate more efficiently with her clients. We have reached our first polling question. So reminder for anyone who needs CPE credits, you must answer all 3 polling questions that we have in today's 60-minute webinar. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a client who's likely to be a good fit for FreshBooks? A, service-based businesses. B, up to 25 staff members. C, generating more than $200,000. D, holding significant inventory. I'm going to give everyone about 30 seconds to answer. Right, 10 more seconds. Okay, the correct answer is D. Those holding significant inventory would not be an ideal client fit for FreshBooks, as it would cause you, as the accounting professional, to do more manual calculations and work. There will be another 2 poll questions before the end of today's webinar. Now over to JJ and Michael to get your FreshBooks account set up and to see the features.
Thanks, Rachel. So it's now time to get technical in how your clients can get started in FreshBooks. So feel free to follow along in your own FreshBooks Accountant Hub if you wish. But we will be sending over a recording and resources for setup after today's webinar. So we'll first start with the FreshBooks Accountant Hub, where you can also set up your client's account. So setting up your FreshBooks Accountant Hub is the first step in your journey as a FreshBooks partner. As a partner, you're assigned a partner consultant like Rachel. You can join the FreshBooks Academy to access your partner certification, the product library, and sign up for webinars. And the Hub provides you with a centralized place to set up and manage your client's FreshBooks account. So let's see this in action in a short video. Let's start with where to create an Accountant Hub account. You can head over to accountant.freshbooks.com, where you can log in with an email address and password. We also have single sign-in options with Google or Apple. To create a new account, you can click the sign up link at the bottom. And once you enter your credentials, you'll be sent an email with the next steps to verify your account. And once verified, you will be taken back to your Accountant Hub account, where you'll be met with the welcome page. Enter your profile and firm information to complete setting up the account. And once you click finish, the account will be set up. Now that we've set up your firm's Accountant Hub page, let's walk through adding your first client. Adding clients to collaborate with you allows you to access their FreshBooks account and manage their accounting. There are 2 ways to add clients to the Accountant Hub. The first option is to add new clients to FreshBooks and create a new account from scratch. And if you have a client with an existing FreshBooks account, they can invite you to join their team. And once you accept the invite, they'll be added to your client list on the Accountant Hub. In this session, we'll go over how to set up a new client. So click the Create Client button at the top right corner of the page to get started. You'll first enter the business information, and then you'll enter your client's information. And finally, on the last page, you'll enter the billing details. You'll first set the billing currency and also pick who pays for the subscription. If you pick My Firm, you'll be prompted to pick a subscription plan on the next page and add your payment information to proceed. If you pick the client, they'll be provided with a 30-day trial, after which they'll have to pick a subscription plan. Click Finish once you're ready to proceed. We have now set up your client's account. And since the client will be paying for this subscription, you can see that it is set up on a 30-day trial. So let's head back to the Accountant Hub. You can always access it from any FreshBooks account by clicking the company name at the top left corner. You'll also find your full client list here if you'd like to switch over to a new account. Your client has now been added to the client list, and you'll also see a lot of information at a glance, so you don't have to click into each client. The next step is to finish setting up this client. There's a very helpful widget here to assist you with that. So we'll need to invite the owner by clicking here, entering their email address, and then clicking send invitation whenever you're ready. Once the owner accepts the invite, they'll get access to the FreshBooks account. Let's have a look at the other sections. The billing section is where you can manage your payment method on file for any accounts that are billed to the firm, as well as access and download your receipts. You can also modify your payment information across all the client's accounts directly from the screen. The support link will open up our help section, giving you access to our comprehensive FAQ library. The settings section is where you can manage your account and your firm information, as well as customize all of your outgoing email templates.
Excellent video, JJ. So to summarize some of the key points from that video, first, you are automatically redirected to sign up to the Accountant Hub. Once you sign up for the Accounting Partner program, we plan to keep adding new features and functionality to the hub to help you easily manage your clients. You also now know how to create your client's FreshBooks account from the Accountant Hub, which is also where you choose who will be paying for the account subscription. Will it be you or the client? Third, you saw how easy it is to toggle between multiple client accounts when you logged into my.freshbooks.com. You can do that from the top left corner of your FreshBooks account. Lastly, if your client is new to FreshBooks and moving from another GL software or even spreadsheets, one benefit of becoming a certified partner is moving client GL data over. So your partner consultant and our support team help make it easy for you to move multiple years of data to easily get started in FreshBooks. With that, I'll pass it back to JJ.
Thanks, Michael. So now that we have the Accountant Hub set up, let's take a look at the FreshBooks platform itself. FreshBooks started out as an invoicing platform, and it still remains one of our most robust features. However, there are a number of features in FreshBooks that we consider as pre-invoicing tasks for the business owner. So we've also added a host of accounting features over the years. So let us show you how these have been incorporated into the platform. So the first of the pre-invoicing tasks are something that we see a wide range of industries use to build up and manage their customer base, as well as showcase the services that they have on offer. So let's take a look at estimates, proposals, and projects. When it comes to invoicing, I find that the best place to start is with estimates and proposals. There's a lot more to it than just sending quotes to customers, especially with proposals. They actually help showcase the value of your client products and services, and there are plenty of available sections where you can add details and options of content like images and attachments that can be included. Your client can also choose to enable e-signatures to make sure that they really lock in that sale. And once accepted, simply click on the More Actions menu at the top of the screen to convert it to an invoice or even add it to a project. And that leads us nicely to our next feature, projects. FreshBooks has always prioritized collaboration between team members. We have a very robust projects module where your clients can track time and log expenses against a project. Now, for this example on the screen, you can see that FreshBooks provides a one-stop shop where your clients can easily collaborate with their team members. Team members are given access to specific projects, and you can even invite independent contractors outside the organization to collaborate on different projects. We have the option to choose between setting up a flat rate project that can be billed as a flat fee, or an hourly project billable by the hour, service rates, or specific rates unique to each team member. We have the project profile page, which includes a discussion area, allowing ideas and attachments to freely flow back and forth and be saved forever under this project. There's a graph widget to visually track your progression and check your metrics. For some customers on the higher subscription plans, they have the profitability graphs, which is a great feature for those who have similar projects and are interested in making the best use of time, charging the right rates, and ensuring cost containment. Now down below, you will see all of the tabs related to the specific project. All the time tracked by the team, as well as expenses assigned to the project, can be found in these tabs below. You can easily rebuild them at the touch of a button. And finally, the Reports tab allows you to run reports customized for this specific project, such as expenses and time tracking. It's truly a one-stop shop.
Awesome. With this video, we demonstrated how the FreshBooks platform allows for seamless connection for these pre-invoicing tasks. Estimates allow you to get information over quickly to a client, even from your FreshBooks mobile app, and your clients can lock in sales using the e-signature feature available for proposals. We also saw how projects can be used for job costing work and managing internal teams or departments, as they allow you to assign expenses such as payroll and reimbursements for the team or department. In FreshBooks, there are opportunities to provide advisory services to your clients without a heavy lift. So for example, offering insights on costing and pricing of items and services based on data you see in the management and financial reports. The item sales report and project profitability reports are helpful for supporting these conversations with clients. Back to you, JJ.
Thank you, Michael. So now on to two of the biggest items on the profit and loss report. So that's tracking time for sales and for payroll. So it's crucial to manage invoice payments, as this has a huge impact on cash flows, especially for small businesses. A delay here can turn into a missed payroll in the worst of cases. So that's why these two features in FreshBooks continue to be the most robust. So let's take a look at time tracking and invoices. On the time tracking page, you can start a timer just before you start working and leave it running in the background. If you prefer not to use the timer, we have the option of manually logging time after the fact. Use one of our different views. It's daily, weekly, or monthly to backfill your time. And each time entry can be assigned either to an internal or one of your external clients or projects. You can add the service that you're tracking, enter your hours, and then mark it as billable or non-billable as needed. And once everyone has logged their time, it can then be reviewed in the All tab. What's great about this section is the level of detail available to the reviewer. You can see all the entries at once, or you can filter it for a specific person or project. And once approved, click the Generate Invoice button to add a new invoice for the unbilled time entries. Customize it as needed, and then click Add to Invoice when you're ready to proceed. And this takes us nicely to our final owner feature, Invoices. Here on the screen is a one-off invoice for this client. FreshBooks also has options for recurring invoices as well as retainers for those clients who have subscription-based services. You can also customize your logo. You can include attachments, which are great for sending receipts. And on the right side of the screen, we have all of our invoice-specific as well as client-specific settings. You can enable online payments through one of our online payment processors like Stripe or PayPal, and you can also enable ACH payments and allow for partial payments as well. You can customize reminders as well as payment late fees at the client level, and your save and your send options are at the top of the page. You can save an invoice to a draft, or you can send it to the primary and the secondary contacts on file. You can add a customized template for the client. You can preview what the email would look like, and you can also share it via link, which will generate a unique URL that can be sent via email or text. This gives the receiver the same viewing experience and payment options, just like an emailed invoice. And I should also mention that when it comes to these features, like estimates, proposals, invoices, and time tracking, these can all be accessed through the mobile app on iOS and Android for those clients that would like to use FreshBooks on the go.
Another excellent video from JJ. And for those of you who are fans, the invoice there was made out to Joy Tribbiani. But anyways, so getting back to the material at hand. So tracking time can be easily done from the FreshBooks platform or mobile app in real time or by logging in afterwards. Because team members can be set up in different roles, so for example, manager, employee, or even external contractor, team members can log their own time and then a manager, accountant, or business owner can review these time entries before the payroll run. Time tracking can also be used to examine productivity and to ensure that all work is being done in line with the estimate or proposal for the provided services. Invoicing and getting paid via our various payment methods continues to be where FreshBooks shines brightest. It's easy to convert accepted proposals to invoices, add as much or as little detail to an invoice as you like, and include billable hours from your team's time tracking entries. And with scheduled options like recurring invoice templates and retainers, you'll never miss sending out an invoice. Finally, getting paid is also easy when you enable credit card payments or ACH using one of our payment processors, Stripe or PayPal. Customer credit cards can be saved for recurring billing, so you only need to collect these details once. We also have an add-on called Advanced Payments, which is essentially a merchant terminal POS that allows clients to punch in credit card number over the phone or in person. FreshBooks makes it easy to collect payments and stay on top of cash flow. Again, I'm going to pass the baton back to JJ.
Thanks, Michael. So now that we've seen the features that business owners love, let's switch over to the accounting features. We have a dedicated accounting section which houses all of the accounting specific tasks and features. So let's start with the chart of accounts and journal entries. You can access the chart of accounts in FreshBooks by clicking the accounting section in the blue menu and then clicking the chart of accounts subsection. You can also click the View Your Accounts button on the chart of accounts tile at the bottom right of the screen. It comes preloaded with a list of default accounts, which is a great jumping off point to further customize it as needed. The Add New button enables you to add any accounts that are not found in the default list. The pop-up prompts you to add a number of fields, starting with the account type, which is where you can specify if the account falls under asset, liability, equity, income, or expense. Next, the account subtype will depend on the selected account type. Assets can be cash and bank, current and long-term assets, and property, plant, and equipment. Liabilities can be current and long-term liabilities. The equity and income sections do not have any additional subtypes. And finally, the expense can be cost of goods sold or operating expenses. Next, you can choose whether to create a new parent account or a sub-account under one of the existing parents. For this example, I'll create a business loan as a long-term liability account. Finally, you can enter the account details, which is the account name, the account number, which is pre-populated for you, but you're welcome to set a number of your choice if you prefer. And finally, an optional description. Click Add Account, and it will now appear in your chart of accounts. Now, to answer the question, how customizable is the chart of accounts? Custom accounts can be edited, but not fully deleted. Instead, we have an archive option, which will remove it from the list of accounts, and it won't appear as an option when creating a new journal entry. Some accounts are restricted as they are required for automated transactions and they cannot be archived or renamed. It's a good idea to first add all the necessary accounts to your chart of accounts before creating any journal entries. And that takes us to the next section under accounting, journal entries. Like the chart of accounts, it can be accessed by clicking accounting and then the journal entries subtab. You can also click view your journal entries at the bottom left of the screen. This is where you can add manual journal entries for any entry type that's not covered by one of the existing FreshBooks features. We'll continue with our example and record a business loan. Click the green Create Journal Entry button to get started. Enter the relevant details like the date and the name. This will be your reference to the entry on the reports. The unique number and the currency field are pre-populated but can be changed if needed. Enter a detailed description so you know exactly what the entry was for when you look back on it. Select the accounts to debit and credit, and you can add more lines if needed. click the Save button once you're finished. If you'd like to make any changes as a result of an error or simply to add more information afterwards, you can click into the entry and then the Edit Entry button. And once you're done, you can click the View Report button to load the journal entry report.
Awesome. We saw how JJ took us through key accounting features where accounting partners usually start with setting up their client's FreshBooks account. It's easy to customize the chart of accounts and add manual journal entries to capture opening balances or infrequent transactions. You may be wondering about preloading a chart of accounts or customizing the chart of accounts for your clients. Here are a few options for approaching this. First, with a new client, you can set up and customize the chart of accounts using the Add Account button. This allows you to start fresh and control the number of accounts being added. If you have a client coming from spreadsheets or another GL, we do have a partner that can handle data migration into FreshBooks. This ensures that you bring over the clean data and only the accounts you want to continue to have comparative years for. Our team would be more than happy to talk to you about how to get this process started. Lastly, with clients who are new to you and with whom you were not engaged for cleanup for previous years, you can enter their opening balances based on their prior year tax return by using both the Add Account button and create a manual journal entry functionality. When it comes to moving forward with these clients, you will see in the next section how bank connections and bank reconciliation ensure you have quality assurance over the bank transactions going forward. Again, sending it back to you, JJ.
Thanks, Michael. So this next feature needs no introduction to accounting professionals. It's none other than bank reconciliation. So it's typically one of the most commonly used features, and it's no different in FreshBooks either. So connecting your bank account to FreshBooks comes with a range of benefits like automated expense imports and bank reconciliation. So let's take a look at how it works in FreshBooks. A bank account or credit card can be connected to FreshBooks through the bank connection screen. And once connected, it will automatically import expenses and unlock bank reconciliation. You can set your opening start date, as well as the opening balance from the screen. And once that's set, it will automatically add a new account to the chart of accounts as well. So you don't have to manually set them up. Now, this is your main bank reconciliation screen, where you can see the bank and the corresponding FreshBooks balances. Starting with the left side column, you have the transactions imported directly from your bank account, and it should match your bank statements. In fact, we recommend having your statements handy whenever you're reconciling. Now, if the automatic import misses a few entries, they can be added manually. And we also have the option for a file import to upload a batch of entries in bulk. If there's a mistake for any reason, you can edit or delete the entries as needed. Moving on to the right side, we have our FreshBooks entries. Since the bank connection automatically creates expenses, they should populate here. If you don't see a matching FreshBooks entry, you can add it directly from the screen. You can also update expense categories if needed from the screen without having to click out of it. We also have a Mark As button where you can mark specific types of entries, such as transfers between accounts, owner's draws or contributions, and expense refunds. When a transfer out or owner's draw is marked, it will automatically delete the expense entry so that your profit and loss is accurate. And as you continue to reconcile, the FreshBooks balance will update to match the bank account balance. And where do these entries go once they're reconciled? They move to the match section and to the corresponding account that was added to the chart of accounts.
Well, you are probably familiar with managing and categorizing the bank feed on a regular basis, and so you know how critical and crucial it is to having accurate reporting for yourself, your staff, and your clients. It allows you to provide real-time advisory and to spot any jumps or drops in spending across expense categories and to plan ahead for tax returns and future spending needs. If you encounter any issues or have any questions about bank connections or bank reconciliation, so for example, can my client's bank account be connected? We have a range of resources to support you when and where you need it. Self-serve options include reviewing the module in your partner certification or check out the product video library, which we are building inside of FreshBooks Academy. We also have a team of bank import experts in FreshBooks to look after bank connections should your client or you have any questions or should any issues arise. And our dedicated partner support specialists like JJ have seen it all in bank reconciliation and are definitely available to support you if you have any questions. Again, I'm going to pass it over to JJ.
Thanks, Michael. So let's round out the product overview with accounting reports. Accurate and timely reports are crucial to providing your clients with useful insights, especially for those of you offering client advisory services. Let's now look at the range of reports that FreshBooks has to offer. The next section in accounting are the accounting reports. They can also be found in the dedicated report section, which provides a full range of available reports from invoices and payments to accounting and time tracking reports. The star can be used to favorite a report and have it appear at the top of the page for easy access. Starting with the invoice details report, a popular one for many business owners, a common feature across all reports is that they can be exported to Excel or printed to a PDF file, and you can also email it as a CSV file attachment. The settings on the right side can be adjusted to pick the required date range, and the client and invoice status filters are really helpful to gain some useful insights. And just like the name suggests, the invoice details report is great at providing a lot of details. You can see each item or service that's billed, the quantity or time allotted, the sales tax, if any, the current status, and much more. Another popular report is the profit and loss report. It is very detailed and it allows you to drill down further. So for example, while doing your variance analysis, if you spot a jump or a drop between 2 months, you can click the blue links to take you straight to the transactions in question and review them as needed. The filters on the right side let you toggle between accrual and cash basis to help serve your different client types. And the breakdown filter is really useful for those clients who would like to track multiple revenue streams. Simply make sure to set up all the income accounts in your chart of accounts, and then set up the items and services and allocate them to the right income accounts. And then when you run the profit and loss report, they will be reflected as needed. All of these added details will really help your clients understand their profit and loss, which helps you add value and enable collaboration. Make sure to check out our full range of reports as you continue to explore FreshBooks.
So JJ showed us 2 of the many reports we have on FreshBooks, which help you and your clients understand what has happened during a specific period. FreshBooks owners love the management account reports, such as the accounts aging report, which prompts them to follow up with invoices. And FreshBooks makes it easy to do that too by providing a chat button to quickly follow up on specific invoices. Accounting professionals use reports like the general ledger to drill down into unusual transactions or balances in other reports like the balance sheet or profit and loss report. JJ spoke about variance analysis for a jump in expenses, and that is just one advisory opportunity available in using FreshBooks reports. We're going to drop in the chat now a recent article from our FreshBooks blog about 11 advisory opportunities that you can add to your engagement, which will ultimately bring value to your client and additional revenue for you. Finally, let me address a few common questions that we get asked about our reports. Yes, our primary statements are both accrual and cash-based. If you need to do some calculations for comparative purposes, you can easily export the reports as well. And then lastly, if you're looking for integrations, we have a number of tax filing apps in our FreshBooks App Store, which allow you to file your client's tax returns when you're ready to do so. Again, JJ, I'll pass it over to you.
Thanks, Michael. Next slide, please. Yeah. And with that, we come to the end of the platform overview. So some available features or screens that we didn't touch on include expenses. So we have expenses that are imported automatically from the bank feed. The expense screen allows individual or bulk updates to categories, merchants, and you can even assign them to specific clients or projects. Accounts payable is where we have is included in our premium plan, and that is where you can manage your vendors. And FreshBooks Payroll, powered by Gusto, which allows you and your clients to run payroll inside of the FreshBooks platform and view those payroll reports. But if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with your partner consultant after this webinar. We'll be really happy to answer those for you. So we now have our second polling question. So another reminder to anyone who needs CPE credits, you must answer all 3 polling questions that we have in today's 60-minute webinar. So the question is, where can accounting professionals manage their clients in FreshBooks? Option A, your client's individual FreshBooks account. B, your partner FreshBooks account. C, FreshBooks Accountant Hub. Or D, spreadsheets. You have 30 seconds and timer is on. And the correct answer is C, your FreshBooks Accountant Hub. The Accountant Hub gives accounting professionals a centralized place to create and manage their FreshBooks accounts for clients, as well as access their clients' books. So now over to Laura to talk about advisory.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm here to talk about adding advisory services, one of the biggest growing services here as an accountant or an accounting professional. So we know that accounting professionals provide many different services to their clients. We've seen some of them as JJ and Michael went through this. Bookkeeping, monthly cycle, tax planning. Well, all of these, as we know, can ladder up to advisory. However, there can be challenges, especially when you and your team have to chase down inputs or have to work to get them and work across disjointed systems as well. Now, I've seen firsthand what accounting professionals have in their client profile, and I can see how clear the instructions are and the reports and the information that they need. But if we look at it from the client kind of point of view, they might find accounting systems scary. They might be unsure of how to set it up, and they might find that difficult. Or even doing the work overwhelming on how to start it as well in an accounting system. Moreover, as less people enter the accounting industry, and with the growth of small online businesses and in-person businesses, we can see that demand and supply for accounting services are at loggerheads. So what do we do? Simply put, a problem shared is a problem halved. So there are so many workflows that you can use with your client, but we have found that the one that works best in FreshBooks is, again, working collaboratively with your clients in the platform. Because FreshBooks is designed for workflows, so your clients, their staff, their contractors can work alongside you, the accounting professional, and your firm, all on a single platform. The reason we ask for this, well, we believe it's a strategy that fosters trust with your client, that it creates efficiencies, that it upskills you on the product so you can grow your client base and also provide that really elevated client experience. So I give you, everyone, the FreshBooks Collaborative Accounting Framework. Now, this framework you're seeing on the screen here, it shows how accounting partners can work best with their clients. They can add value, and they do this by combining technology and combining workflows. This, folks, not a new product feature at all. It's basically a best of workflow on how both accountants and clients use FreshBooks together from the very beginning of their working relationship. As you can see on the screen, we have 2 sets of tasks. You can see that there's pre-accounting tasks and accounting tasks as well. And they're both connected by 2 moments of key moments of communication. Those are the yellow areas that you see here. And again, it shows how important it is for accountants to work in step with their clients. Let's start with this side. We recommend the business owner is responsible for the pre-accounting tasks. This is because they're more able to complete these. Now, what we're talking about here is they're more in contact with their customers for estimates and proposals. They're more in touch with their business for time tracking and more in touch with their employees as well. So they can be responsible for sending out the invoices, collecting those payments, as well as ensuring that before you come in right at the end to complete your month-end activities, that they will know that the bank feed, if there was something wrong, if there was a transaction they didn't know of, they'll be able to tell you too. So accounting partners or accounting professionals, they'll pick it up with the accounting tasks. Basically here, you will be learning how to, or you will be coming in to review, to confirm, and to adjust if needed. So this is everything from matching and reviewing the bank feed and bank transactions like we saw in the bank reconciliation. You'll be reallocating if needed, so you might need a journal entry. You'll be running those financial reports and making sure they're accurate. You'll be interpreting the financial results. And then we get to the part of advisory, advising your clients on their performance and their strategies for growth as well. Let's look at these yellow parts here. Yes, that yellow diamond that you see at the bottom of the screen, that is the client letting you know that they're done with the pre-accounting tasks. And we have a handover document in their certification to help you set this up. The yellow circle we're seeing right at the top, well, that is the monthly or quarterly catch-up meeting, or even that email you send to your client when you're done doing your end of month or period work. And what that does is it starts the cycle again, but with better insights. And the more you go round and around the framework, the better the insights, the more longevity you have with your client, and the better insights that they get. Now, you might be looking at the diamond down below and say, well, I don't agree it goes down there. We know when we tested this, there was some people saying, I think it should be moved. Well, the best thing about it is that it can. It can move, the moment of handover can move depending on a few things that we figured out. So it depends how you, the accounting professional, uniquely work with their client. It depends on the services that you provide. So if you provide invoicing services, you can certainly move that diamond back to invoicing and payments, and that's where the moment of handover is as well. And it depends on how much help the owner needs. Maybe the owner is not ready to get into an accounting system just yet. Maybe they just want to take on pre-accounting. That is totally fine as well. We do recommend that it sits between expenses and bills and also reconciling the bank, because again, we believe that FreshBooks is an easy to use platform for the owners to take lead on those front end activities, meaning you can focus on high value, focus your energy on high end deliverables or high value deliverables at the end. But we could see that there's a benefit. There's clarity and there's communication from the very beginning. Last two things on this slide here, you can see there's two parts sitting outside the framework itself. So onboarding, we know what happens for all our clients. We can't get rid of it, but it is the most crucial part when you start working with a client. So we provide resources and materials to accounting partners to make sure that or to help them incorporate collaborative accounting very easily onto their onboarding tasks on that side. This is minimal effort. We have seen accounting partners use this diagram as a teaching tool, and we've seen the diamond move as well. So we know that is useful and it can be used. And we know for anybody providing tax services, this is already being done in FreshBooks as well. You can use the output from the framework to support this external service. In fact, maybe using the framework will save you time on that side. So I will go through some of these, but Laura, who will train my staff? Again, we do have a whole education team here on the FreshBooks Accounting Partner, which will get your team up to speed. But Laura, who will train my clients? Well, it is, again, an easy to use, intuitive platform. It is very self-guided and self-discovery for your clients. But if they need more, we have a wealth of resources in FAQs, instructions, and they also have award-winning support as well if they need help. What changes do I need to make? Nothing. You can keep your tools, you can keep your client portal. We'll provide those materials such as client onboarding tasks or client onboarding packs, handover documents, or meeting templates, all of that. So you could just focus on talking about your business and the services you can provide. What we're saying to you again is that collaborative accounting is not all or nothing. We have given a baseline standard and you can adjust where it suits. The benefits that we are seeing in here, the experience. So we see that people are gaining experience here. We know that client and user experience was the word of 2023. I know Oxford Dictionary said it was RIS. That's not true, but it helps you deliver more hands-on and engaging experience for your clients. For pricing, because you'll be engaging in a wider spectrum of clients, you can create the opportunity to increase the overall value of your services by bringing advisory in. That brings us to advisory, one of the third benefits. So having the capacity to not focus on cleanup and instead to focus on what you've discovered in interpreting the financial results or financial reports means you have more to offer to them from an advisory and educational perspective. You can niche as well. We do see that you may niche into certain advisory services, certain industries, and in turn build a more profitable book of business. And finally, we have scalability. It helps if you're helping and providing more insights and advisory services to your client, you can help them scale everything from growing their operations, streamlining customer staff, loan applications. And when you scale, when your client is successful, you are too. So we're asked our final poll question in here. For anybody doing CPE, must answer this final question that we have. So this is, what is the first potential task for a business owner in FreshBooks? Now, will it be A, reports, B, estimates and proposals, C, time tracking, or D, reconciling the bank? So the first potential task for business owners in FreshBooks from our collaborative accounting framework, is it A, reports, B, estimates and proposals, C, time tracking, or D, reconciling the bank? We have 10 more seconds to do on this one. I do feel like a talk show host on this side. I can see some answers come in here. Perfect. I will end the poll now. Folks, the correct answer here is B, estimates and proposals. This is part or may be part of one of the pre-accounting or pre-invoicing tasks that clients may need to carry out. And FreshBooks has that feature ready to go. So over to Rachel now, one of our partner consultants. She's going to talk about subscription plans and its pricing and also your other resources as well. Take it away, Rachel.
Thanks, Laura. Besides the valuable knowledge you're going to gain from completing the collaborative accounting certification and becoming a FreshBooks certified accounting partner, there are many additional benefits that you'll have access to. FreshBooks offers 3 plans suitable for business owners to work with their accounting professional. The Plus plan is tailored for small businesses looking for essential accounting features such as invoicing, expense tracking, time tracking, payment collection, and financial reporting. The Premium plan is ideal for growing businesses. It includes everything available in our Plus plan with unlimited invoicing, bill capture data, and project profitability. For those who need a more customizable plan or reduced credit card rates, you can look no further than our Select plan. Your partner consultant is here to help tailor the Select plan to you and your client. And what does all of this cost to your client? Our Plus plan starts from $33 a month and our Premium plan from $60 a month, with discounts if they pay annually. In addition, FreshBooks certified partners are able to pass a 15% off discount to their clients on Plus or Premium plans. Our pricing page can be found at freshbooks.com/pricing and displays the features under each plan. And your partner consultant is always available to discuss current promotions and to help you and your client pick the right plan for their business. As we mentioned before, there is no cost to add an accountant team member to their subscription ever. Your resources do not stop at the platform. In fact, we'll be with you from your first introduction to FreshBooks as a certified partner, be it the FreshBooks team or materials for all different learning styles. Inside of the partner program, some of the benefits for you include dedicated point of contact via your FreshBooks partner consultant, like myself, self-guided product training and certification, access to elevated accounting support like Justin and Michael, who are both called partner support specialists, data migration for you and your clients to FreshBooks, a free subscription to FreshBooks for your lifetime as a partner, exclusive discounts for your clients, opportunities for new leads through our partner directory, And as we saw earlier, access to the free Accountant Hub to manage your clients. Over to you, JJ.
Thank you, Rachel. And your education journey continues within the FreshBooks Academy. For those here that are certified FreshBooks partners, you would be familiar with our learning management system. And FreshBooks Academy houses our certification, the FreshBooks Collaborative Accounting Certification. You can also sign up for our monthly office hours hosted by the support team. And this is a good time for partners to chat with their dedicated support specialists, their partner consultants, and their peers to talk about product, workflows, and just learn a few tips and tricks along the way. And speaking of tips and tricks, FreshBooks Academy is where we house our product video library. It showcases the best practices, more advanced FreshBooks workflows, latest updates, and much more.
Thanks, Justin, and thank you everyone for your time and attention today. We'll move to the next slide for next steps. I would like to leave you today by providing you with 3 clear calls of action for your next steps to onboarding FreshBooks clients to your firm and to our platform. Number 1, schedule time. This can be with your FreshBooks partner consultant to talk about your certified partner benefits or the migration of data of your clients from another accounting software or Excel spreadsheet to FreshBooks. Perhaps meet with your staff on setting up a FreshBooks niche within your firm, or clients that are like Sidekit Sam, Betty the Builder, or Larry that you met at the start of the presentation and you think are a good fit for FreshBooks. Number 2, set up your accounts. For those new to FreshBooks, you can join the Accounting Partner Program at freshbooks.com/accountants. You can follow the steps from earlier in this webinar to set up your Accountant Hub and your own FreshBooks account. Next, get certified on FreshBooks Academy so you can unlock your partner benefits. Through the certification, you will learn about the product and the collaborative accounting framework. And number 3, last but certainly not least, set up your client through the Accountant Hub where you can set up their chart of account and connect their bank feed. Your dedicated partner consultant will be in touch with you in the next few days. If you are eager to get started, please email accountants@freshbooks.com and we will get you in touch with your partner consultant.
A very big thank you. We want to take this time to thank you for attending the webinar today. I know we're pushing up against the 1-hour mark, but if you do have any questions that we weren't able to answer, please feel free to email us at accountants@freshbooks.com and we'll be happy to answer those questions there. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again. I wasn't paid to say this. Stay fresh and we will see you on FreshBooks.